Okay, and welcome back. We're picking where we left off last time, Field of Glory Empires, continuing our Rome game. In the last part, we finished a war against Carthage. So because of that, we now, in theory, have a bunch of new potential provinces to make. That should hopefully lower the decadence creation from a bunch of areas. And we need to be thinking about how we're going to invade Macedonia. Right now I'm thinking it's going to be something like land Macedonia, so that we can put pressure on those two zones. And then, well, it's either going to be a lot of naval landings with sieges and stuff. Probably want to be, well, we basically want those three objectives, right? That's what we want. But first, we probably, you know, it's not, I suppose, a hard and fast rule, but we probably want to upgrade all our armies to have the new and shiny stuff before we start a heavy fight. Oh, we got rebels there, because of course we got rebels there. Put the rebels down. This is a decently large stack. It's going to continue upgrading as well, because the Imperial Legion upgrades are going to happen. We got some auxiliary, we got Alpine Gold cavalry. We'll hold on to the slingers, because the slingers are still decent. This point, I think we'll give up completely on having the old independent skirmishers. Okay, we're going to ship you back. Not that Italy to that landing point in Italy. Because yeah, I think what we want is we want just another cav for you. So one light cav. This army is actually probably rip-roaring to go. Let's go bluff them over in Sicily. Oh, actually, what this one will probably want is archers. Yeah, just straight up archers. So in Sicily, can we afford to pick up 6 archers? Yeah. All our special troops, of course, are going to get more expensive as we recruit more of them. I think it's how that works. So the Imperial Legions, for example, are really expensive already. Though we're only paying for the active recruit cost. The upkeep, I think, stays the same. That's how many we get. Oh, and the auxiliary don't. Auxiliary are... Okay, so if we want skirmishers, instead of getting normal skirmishers, we just get the auxiliary, which are both skirmishers and light infantry. Or both skirmishers and medium infantry. Okay, you want to park in a port. And you probably want to park in a port. While we're reorganizing the troops. You're, other than waiting for the Imperial Legion here upgrade, are probably ready to go. So let's march you forward. Do I want... Well, I want to. The question maybe is, should I start a fight with Saguntum here? specifically to make a province in the Belates here. Because that's the Belates, right? So if we can get 2 more there, then we'll actually have a full province. And we took over a gold mine. Nice. Oh, and that's a gold mine. Silver, too. Okay, they don't have any boats, so we can go there. Yeah, we will invade them. I'm going to be greedy. We're going to invade them. Start a war with them. Otherwise, we're going to basically set up peace. And then, well, we're going to deal with the rebels over here. I suppose we might just lose the province we've just purchased by those rebels winning. We'll see. Conquered lands, conquered lands. Ruler's dead, replacing the new ruler. Got the prospect for resources. That's a mountain. We already have gold and... Oh, we're getting the bonus from silver, even though... Oh, because the neighboring province has silver. Okay. Would be nice if we could get copper there as well. Let's prospect our resources there to see what we get. Gold, lead, wool. Okay. Silver in them there, hills. Okay, so we got 1 open slot here, so we want to presumably either put something in there or re-roll it. Tribunal, so that's going to increase upkeep cost. It'll lower decadence. Honestly, we're going to go with it because it's a 0 slot, not because it's actually very good for what we want. Like, the decadence increase is nice, right? Because it's going to be another 0.6 decadence reduction, which sums up to something like 6 decadence over time. Gales Reserve, I think, would be the training ground here. And then this is sort of being used as a very expensive reroll to potentially pull another culture building. Okay, so we only need 90 infrastructure. The rest can, in this situation, actually be converted to money, because we need more money. Game decided I had too much money and spent it, and now I want it back. Okay, a little bit more than that needs to be on construction. Not a lot more. There we go. So we're going to go back up to 5k. We'll still try to get enough building done. Oh, lots of options. But the arsenal, it's a 0-point upgrade. Actually, the arsenal here is probably not worth building. Cost infrastructure, cost money. The big thing here is reduction in recruit costs, in metal specifically, which we have thousands of metal. We're not worried about it. So the arsenal is not a good building for us. The thing about getting the arsenal is it would then be able to roll for the great arsenal, which, yeah, we probably would want that at some point. So really here it's a choice up between land expansion and worship place. So this is loyalty, and we do kind of need some loyalty here. Apparently loyalty is down. Because the new guy is not very good at his job. But we're going to do land expansion here. I swap you guys over to... No loyalty gain from that. How much should we... Oh, I just needed to stay positive. Okay. So yeah, let's make some money, get back up to like 10k in the bank. Before we get back to spamming out all the troops. Or spamming out all the buildings. Okay. We'll do like 5k at a time. So that's actually all we need to swap back to making money for the moment. Not a bad garum shop. We'll take it. And it's finishing the turn. Okay, so that's good enough. Nothing to build there. Working the builder's hole there. One open slot, which we've been re-rolling and may re-roll again. That's a decent market. Yeah, that's basically what we want. We accept the requirements here. We're really looking for clear order there, but okay, that'll work. And in fact, it's expected to finish, so the market will finish. Then I don't need to worry about that one anymore. Here, nothing to build. Bit of a shame, nothing to build here. Now that we don't have the malice of it being a conquer territory, we can get a decent amount. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to sort loyalty, otherwise we're gonna have a civil war. Oh, what do we need? This is a good situation where like we want the president done, so rank the production up in exchange for money. Yeah, get it down to 2 turns. The bank. Tavern provides loyalty, so we'll grab the tavern. Yeah, okay, so the tavern and the bank should finish next turn. That's all fine and dandy. 30 something can we get off? Okay, we get everyone into production there. Four open slots. Irreducible tribe, we're looking for armor to reduce, apparently. That's not an armor. We do also probably want some loyalty. Actually, here is pretty good. Here we'd be up 85. So we're less desperate here. Let's go to the watchtower here then. Makes a lot of sense because we're right on the border. Open space. Looking for a siege workshop, so getting access to higher tiers is not a bad idea. Anyway, let's really crank out the production so we can get a lot of stuff done, get some more loyalty from various places, that sort of slaw. Okay, we are at the point there where everything finishes in 1 turn. We need to back up a little bit to have enough to feed the state. Okay, if we're backing up enough to feed the state, then the weapon manufacturer specifically will not finish. But everything else will. Seven. Not much production, but as things improve, it'll help. Okay, we've been around. We're gonna come up here. Decision. Oh, never mind. I was hoping we had one of the religious ones that we could play. And then we're on to the independents. Bounce around this way. So that independent is... Don't necessarily... We'll take the brickwork so we can get the paved road. We do probably want this place fortified, so let's stick some people on fortification duty. Do we need culture conversion here? No. This is a place that was Greek that got taken over by the Carthaginians, so it's still pretty Greek. So a large farm is a good choice. Preceptor house. Surprisingly, that's a preceptor house that doesn't actually have access to papyrus. $31 money fair, not a bad fare. Okay. That's us been around the block. Troops are, I think, all... Well, we got a couple exceptions, I think, that haven't been. So we're going to send you back over there because we got a road to build. You have a road to build. Okay, sorry about that. I think I got it muted before I sneezed. Oh, that sneeze did have quite a wind-up. So you probably heard the inhaling for wind-up for the sneeze, I think. Well, that one might actually be upgradable to full paved. Send you over there in case it is. Did you have an upgrade where you were? No. When I can check some of the places where we're moving these guys. Works Army Camp. Going to build in hostile territory. That sounds like a bad idea. You're done there. That's an army, that's an army, that's hostile. Okay. Let's roll over the turn. I just realized I forgot to start a timer. So while the turn's rolling over, I'm going to start that timer. Yeah. Okay, so that probably interrupted that province for me. As long as we get to it before the Carthaginians do, it's not a problem. Okay, we're back in the progressing tier. We jumped 7 steps, and that triggered a golden age, which probably pushes us back out of the progressing tier again. But okay. So we'll retake that position. These guys can go ashore. Yeah, well... these guys probably do want some of the new fancy archers, so we probably want to ship them back to Rome to get some fancy archers. You probably want fancy archers, and you need a full rebuild, so... Priorities. Fancy archers I think is going to get prioritized. 6 for each unit. So that one has actually... Oh, well, hasn't received it, but they're on the island with it, so it should come quickly. Can you build paved road? Yes. Very fancy, wealthy neighborhood apparently out there. Okay, we're making more money. Probably don't need quite this much money, but we'll see what buildings we get offered. Very tempted to grab the monument. Culture is good. That's a very valuable bank. 80 money bank. $24 warehouse. Maybe not so good of a warehouse. Granted, the warehouse is getting us closer to having the set for getting tier 3 buildings or infrastructure, which would give us the next land expansion building. I think actually in this situation, as tempting it is to go to the bank, pick up that nice 80 money. We need loyalty. Loyalty means we need to roll a loyalty building. So monument gets selected. We don't need that much industry for the monument. Actually, no, we need that. That's exactly what we need. Okay. Everything was done correctly. Next zone. 2 open slots in Rome. Rome wants loyalty. Pleasure House is not my go-to for loyalty, but it is what we're taking because it's what we're offered. At this point, we don't need any researcher. We need basically to stay positive. $17. There we go. A little bit more food, get it growing a little more faster. Increase the likelihood we get another building slot somewhere in the area. Okay, we don't even need any of these guys on building. Sell them over to food. Still we have no spare infrastructure left. Nope, a little too far. That's stable. Builders Guild is doing its thing. Mint's proceeding, should finish next turn. Nothing to build here. 2 building slots here. Again, we probably want loyalty. That's really spoopy that that's sitting at 40 with no real negatives, so we definitely need some loyalty. Tavern is a start. Okay, I can at least get it above 50 by putting all the citizenry on welfare. Yeah, put all the citizenry on welfare. Specifically for that zone. So it's not very productive, but it helps stabilize the zone, prevent rebellion. Garum shop. This is a okay garum shop. Yeah, let's do the okay garum shop. And okay, we need, we probably want to be able to complete that, so let's, well, food is the first thing we do, so pop you to food production, Because if we want to grow places, we ideally want to grow like the core heartlands, and not the barbarian lands where we're gonna get barbarians, like the Hispanic citizens here, that are a little bit less loyal to the Empire. Okay, a little bit more ideally to get the U stable. We need like 8 more infrastructure. 1 more. There we go. Prison should complete next turn. And we got 70 surplus. Okay, that gets us up 75, so you're not going to be a vector for revolution. We still got like 70-something for surplus. Not enough to get over the next breakpoint, so we'll just leave them be. Might want to swap them to money, though. Prison's still expected to finish. A little bit too much. There we go. So that'll finish the prison, which will provide more loyalty. Which means we'll actually take the guys off of loyalty once the prison's done, but for the moment, they're welfare cases. Okay, swap you over there. Afford that. You want more loyalty? Ooh. Well, apparently we can... Oh no, we don't have any tools produced here. So it's either we make the tools or get the loyalty from the Noble District. I think we need the loyalty from the Noble District, so we're going to go with that option. Our new guy's not the smartest tool in the shed, so... Like, need loyalty here. 6% loyalty. It's not great, but it's something. That's not even enough to get us positive. Oof. There we go. So that gets us a 50-50 is where we don't have an revolt risk. And that's what we don't want. We don't want a revolt, we don't want a civil war. We can avoid it. Oh, and we want to put some of these guys. 75 is the breakpoint for the Civil War with Rome. Everyone else is Civil Wars a lot less rare. A lot more rare. Okay, so gambling rule finished. The Noble District is delayed. 11 new buildings. Large farm. Well, what? We've got Unrest, which is only a 15 loyalty penalty, so we actually need that loyalty from the Noble District. Yeah, the loyalty from the Noble District plus everyone on welfare will just get us to 50. Now that's going to be a little bit of a fun chicken and the egg problem. It's like, okay, how do you finish building the Noble District with no one building? Okay, we're stable here. We will go the temple here. No, actually, I need to hold off on grabbing the temple. Not because the temple isn't good. The temple's real good. But you'll notice temple does have a conversion bonus, and the cult site will be replacing does. We need the conversion bonus. Yep, we'll go with that wheelmaker then. Lots of open sites. Courthouse. Preceptor house. Monument. You need more loyalty. Theater isn't a source of loyalty, and we need it to help avoid civil war. Yeah. So we're just gonna do the reroll there. Shuffle. Monument's close enough to reroll that we'll just take it. Oh, this is a place we want to hit with prospector resources. We do want some more loyalty. Well, actually, when under-pacification goes away, we'll have enough loyalty here, but we will take the worship place because it's a loyalty bonus. And there's other unloyal places in the area, so we like to keep it stable. Oh, and of course, now I don't have prospector resources. Because I spent it elsewhere. You need an herbalist. So specifically, you're going to get the herbalist for appropriate reasons. Okay. 4, 5, and 6. Lots of things to build. Monument. Use this reroll. We think we want loyalty. Yeah, because this is only going over 49. We need more than 49. So, fortune teller. Here we don't need loyalty, but we're still going to do the money anyway. Okay, don't build a slave market, like anything but a slave market. Yeah, you'll need more loyalty, so as much as I don't like the building, build a pleasure house. 6 open slots in a place that needs a little bit of loyalty, but we'll go street color. We don't. Whoops. Deactivate unneeded building. That's the thing I do. Oh, actually, can we get enough welfare going? The rebellion is the good way there you go. So you're going to just be a source of rebels. Okay, we're now on to the loose territories, like so. Here would benefit a little bit from conversion, so we will grab it. And there's hardly... This might be close if we get oral from it. Build proper walls here. I suppose technically we don't need... anyone really working on infrastructure here to get that finished. There we go. Enough welfare to get up to 75, so no Civil War risk chance there. Don't need the loyalty here. 35 money is great, so let's go 35 money. We get 5 more population worth of protection here, so let's do guard tower. We'll do the loyalty bonus here. We do need to get loyalty up. Here it's not so bad. But there it's pretty bad. We should be able to make the province once we take that one over, but we'll push in to take that one as well. Should be the 1-2 punch. No, let's go ahead and grab Side Nation here. Okay, that's all the buildings. Don't think we got any decisions we want to play. No. And then we've already done the big decisions, the national level ones. Unless building development. No, there's no like bread and circus ones. Progress versus decadence. Our ratio is down. That's one of the reasons we're getting harder and harder to stay in the ratio. Mostly national modifiers providing the penalty here, which is like the golden age and our leader being not particularly great. Legacy-wise, we're getting 178, which is more than everyone else. It's 54 more than everyone else, which makes sense because we have the highest in all categories except for government. Apparently, Persia apparently has a more advanced government. Okay, and then we're still making a lot more money than I actually intend to be making. So time to come back and start shuffling money makers to food making. So we can grow the main core provinces. Yeah, once I get some luck with the culture buildings, I think we're going to drift towards maybe having a civil war here. Isn't super good. Because we swapped from a guy who was really good at being a governor to the country to a person who's really bad at being the governor of the country. Okay, I think we're good to cycle the turn. Putting those rebels down. Taking our stuff. We're attacking, at least we're bad at attacking, they're bad at defending, so this is all sort of working in our favor. Skirmish. They get exhaustion, we don't. That Marian Legion's having a bad day. The Imperial Legion's having a bad day. Okay, I think we're just losing this fight, straight up. And then a draw. Yeah, unless we get real lucky rolls, we're gonna lose. Right. Our guys were a lot more exhausted than I would have expected them to be from the naval landing effect. Oh, and we dropped 8 more levels. Oof. In the stable tier. Granted, I think we dropped from the progressing tier straight to the stable tier, so it's an 8-point drop. Oh, and you're telling... Oh, so apparently we suffered very severe supply issues. Which is debilitating our troops, okay. Develop infrastructure, yeah. Develop productivity in one of 4 jobs. So give us more culture, please. 5% more culture. Well, we'll go attack the other place. They're caught up in the blizzard, so they can't do anything to stop us. Forge the land. Do federate barbarians on them. Okay. And yeah, I think still got those 3 objectives. Yeah, so I think we need to go after Macedonia if I want those objectives where they go away. Yeah, the bottom number shot up. It's probably the aging. The aging went up. Oh no, it's because we went into Golden Age, and the Golden Age is more decadence. Okay, so the troops can make it to there. The fleet can make it till there. So we'll send both of those out. Of course, it attaches the archers to the force I didn't want it to attach to. I'll have to split them off. Move to them. They move there. They move there. And then this will be a little bit of gamble. We're going to declare on Macedonia. And possibly regret it. Any Rome army. Oh, and you're short your calf. The calf can get there in time, so that won't be a problem. We need loyalty, so it's going to be the pleasure mansion. The first pleasure one, I think was, yeah, so it's only a +6. +6 is the difference between prone to civil war and not, so. Yeah, so pleasure mansion then. It's providing more money, even though we don't have, well, apparently importing the perfume, so yeah, we'll make more money for us. Again, not exactly the sort of building we want to be making, but it's what we're getting. And yeah, that finishes it off. In Rome, we got 2 open building slots. Rome also wants loyalty. Worship places loyalty. It's not a lot. Enough to get the rebellious to go away. Oh, and we really don't need that much assigned to it. Yeah, right there, that's enough. More growth, get more people, which gets us more building slots, hopefully gets us more loyalty producing stuff. You don't need loyalty, you'd benefit from the Wheelmaker. There we go. Finish the Wheelmaker in 1 turn. Finally got 1 open slot here. This is probably a good place to say when a cult site. One more than that. One slot here. We're not desperate for loyalty here. Could go military store. That would get us the 6 we need. To build the military building. Military academy. So let's do that. 1 building slot here. And school. Gonna slow the growth down. Yeah, we'll just skip that. It's just gonna take 3 turns to build. Okay, unrest is dealt with here. So we don't need as much focus, I suppose. Actually, you're on production and on production of food. Okay. So Dinia needs more loyalty, but the rest doesn't. Okay. A little bit more growth. Need more loyalty. Theater isn't a loyalty source. Yeah, I do need that slot for it, so shuffling. Noble District is a loyalty source. But it's not done yet. Okay, that's what's building. That's what's building. Okay, let's get it down to not being a rebellion. Might still be a civil war, but not a rebellion at least. Loyalty bonus. Don't need the loyalty bonus here. And you actually specifically need the siege workshop, so there you go. So that will clear the petty noble in, well, once it's done, average of 5 turns. Granted, this is not a place I can get an orchard, so it has to be the prospecting one. Okay, so we don't need the loyalty building here, at least. Go theater for some more culture. Take 13 off of food, put it on production. Oops. Okay, that's sort of maximizing the production we can get. 4 slots, 3 slots. We're going to want more loyalty, so do that. You get enough welfare by moving 1 over or 2 over? Yeah, enough welfare to not have a revolt risk. Theater doesn't provide unrest reduction. But we'll grab it anyway, because we're not super desperate there specifically for the build slot. Oh, actually, were we done with that? All the states. That's because that one's gonna get, that's because that one's gonna get. Okay, that's where we were. We did retake the lost territory, so we can create a province. Okay, you're short your calf. So we're gonna start marching you out, and we're gonna recruit some cav to backfill. The Celtic cav and the light cav. You also have no archers, so we'll recruit some archers as well. And then the fractional 4 here. We're gonna want 2 more legionnaires, 6 archers. 2 more legionnaires, 6 archers, and then recruit some cav. The cav can wait another turn. Or, well, I suppose we can get some, instead of getting Celtic cav. Celtic cav are going to basically be the exact same as the German cav, for example. 5-3 versus... Oh, the German cav are heavy cav, aren't they? German cav or heavy cav? Okay. We'll start recruiting some German cav for that reason. Whereas the Gallic cav are like medium cav. So we'll grab some medium cav, grab some heavy cav for that group. And you can see all the money just going poof. This army's mostly intact. It's just missing like one legionnaire and doesn't have any archers. The archers would probably help. Can we get 6 archers over here to attach to it? Yeah. Okay, so if it doesn't get literally wrecked taking that province, we can get the archers into it. Okay, that's one of the reasons we want like 5k, because we're just spending. We got stuff we want, so money is going in one door and out the other. So that's almost half a turn's worth of income. That's a half turn's worth of income. So we've already basically accounted for the entire income for the turn. And yeah, you're up to 10 moves. So it's 4 for the buy, sell. Buy up to 4. Oh, that one's also okay. So it's 10 buys 4. Okay. And we have 600 here. So let's swap also to making more food here. I think 5k should hopefully be enough. We do need to keep growing, keep making more culture, make more money, make more loyalty in various places. Okay, close enough. We have a Federate Barbarian, but we already put that forth. Okay. And we signed up to declare war on them, so time to move the turn. And see if our hubris kicks us in the balls. Okay, we have Fleet Battle. They're an army versus a warship, so this is a bad day for them. They're just basically sending an entire army to the bottom of the ocean. And their general. There we go. So we can go make that province. Okay. Okay, it's not going to stop the fleet. This is the Macedonian fleet, I think. Oh, no, this is just another Macedonian army against our fleet. Roman battle fleet is making it a very red day. The red sun is rising. Almost functional destruction of an entire another fleet. And there goes the entire fleet. Yeah. We dropped 2 more steps. The decadence is slowly getting out of hand. We've declared a war against Macedon. Either way, this costs loyalty, and that's what we're having problems with, actually. Spend money, or... Yeah, spend... Oh, this is get manpower. Actually, no, not 2%. So we can get rid of... Yeah, get rid of the stuff we're making too much of. Okay, put them ashore. You should presumably have a general. Okay. We're gonna send you there, hopefully not get intercepted by Macedonian fleet. You were supposed... Both of these are supposed to catch up with the guys we were trying to land. Is our own fleet one or that one? Yeah. Okay. So they're supposed to catch up. We'll see if they do. Oh, actually, you're supposed to catch up with these guys. No, they got their medium cav. Which group lost the medium cav that I'm trying to send cav to? Someone somewhere. This group. So no, you want to try to get out to the island. You're not going to quite get there. I like myself really confused by sending him over to North Africa, but that's what we're doing. Archers and light cav. Oh, you maybe didn't need that many archers, but that's fine. Oh, they're outside our fortress. Okay. So we're going to go relieve our fortress. Yeah, you move there. We'll see if you can catch up. As you're moving, leave stuff in your rear. Help defend the place. Nine, 12, 14. So 14 is probably the place we want the capital, so put it there. Okay, we need to go around our armies, make sure they all have generals, if they're supposed to at least. So, the guys going around doing building don't need generals, because they don't need generals to build things. I suppose the garrison might want a general. I think that's the only thing that doesn't have one that probably wants one. Okay, so this is the garrison that's trying not to get killed. We'll give them the defensive siege general, yeah. Open slot here. We probably are looking for loyalty here. Though we can take 0 slots while we're sitting here. So we could do the Canaversary, which would be an upgrade. Or we could do the training ground, which would be a 0 slot upgrade. So we got 2, or with 0 slots. So one of the 2 0 slots I think we should take. I'm gonna do the training ground. That's a fairly cheap building. So basically we just need food to stay positive and infrastructure to stay positive as we swap over. Oh, and our money income went down surprisingly quickly. Possibly, maybe we're like trading with the people we're now at war with. That would make some sense. You know, people are a little bit less likely to buy your stuff if you're actively pointing sticks at them. Okay. Surprised we have that many slaves in that location. Don't think we can get... Yeah, no, we can't get any more welfare. Welfare is apparently capped out at 37. We have some buildings in Talia Superior to build. That's a good building. That'll fix the loyalty problems. Can we fix the loyalty problems while we're building it, though? By welfare? No. No effect from the welfare. We would have had effect by then if that was going to make a difference. Okay, that's enough to build that, but we got more buildings to build, so once we get the other buildings going, it won't be enough. Prison. Probably. That's probably what we're building. Jewelry shop is tempting, but I think prison wins. Good old law and order is a solution to loyalty problems. Raising Tribune is just a good thing to pick up. Yeah. Growth slowing down. Might not be able to get the prison done this turn. No, but we're gonna make pretty big progress on it. Not something these guys making food either. Okay, so at this point we're basically not growing. But that is a decent build speed. And we do want a little bit more money production. Want like 5k. A 1 and a 1. Build a harbor. We have a little bit of loyalty problem, so we'll build the worship place. The worship place is basically a loyalty building unless we've got the other stuff for it. That looks fine. Next place, nothing to build there. Helva. Getting more, we can get a little bit more loyalty from welfare. So 75 that way. Same here, get you up to 75 that way. School's good. Military store will finish next turn. School's got 2, we'll accept it. Take 2. Okay, Bel-Airs. Want you to stay above 50, but if you can't get to 75, don't try going above that. Above 50. There we go. 2 open slots. Thinking we're gonna go for the reroll here. You got this nice royal tomb, but it was a very expensive royal tomb, to be fair. Okay, so I suppose we would take the money. Actually, that would be more loyalty. Okay, so yeah, 55, so it's stable, but nothing to build. Street Polar would be better with Papyrus, and this ways to bring Papyrus in. Yeah. Okay. And we're still successfully building it. Let's actually put this on infrastructure, because we need all the more to the Noble District. The Noble District is still going to be delayed a day. Eric's. Can we get Eric's up to 75? Yeah, before the Noble District's done. And Skillia. Yeah. Slows the construction out a bit, but that's fine. In fact, it apparently isn't really delaying anything. Okay, 75. I doubt we can get you to 75. Oh, actually, we can get them exactly to 75. Okay. Really slows down that Noble District, though. Okay, revolt risk away. Those we can get to 75, we have at 75. Except that everything but the Noble District is going to get done one term, but the Noble District is going to take a long time that way. Got a lot of construction here. I'm not going to slow it down trying to get to 75 on it. Street Polar. I want more loyalty here, so we're going to do a reroll here. Because we're probably going to need 2 buildings, because the tier 2 buildings aren't super good loyalty swings. Three and 5. We don't need it here because, well, we want a little bit here. So actually the worship place wouldn't be too bad. And then the 5 again. 55 plus 20 is 75, so that's good. Though that's uncomfortably close to not being good. It's maybe a different way to think about it. And then you need infrastructure to actually build anything. Oh, and this is the one we just remade because it got destroyed. Coincidentally. Oh wait, that's got it more functional. Aurea. You're the only one that's going to be reasonable to get to 75, I think. Not get to 75, okay. Okay, now we're just on the individual provinces. You want an armor. That's not an armor. Could use a little bit of loyalty. Gambling is better than lending. For loyalty. And we are creating the province already here. So here is more to do with getting it ready to go. Iron Mine, we're not too worried about Iron Mine. This is a pretty nice street poller, so we'll take the street poller. You're going to be the capital of this new place. And I think the... Let me look at the old... Governor's Palace. Governor's Palace also applies a loyalty penalty, so we're probably going to want to get more loyalty in you. Seeing as you're only got 43. And we did work out that you're going to lose like 5 when you get the Governor's Palace. So I'll have to revisit you next turn. Possibly put more guys in culture. Okay, you're good. Probably just build the dock up. Okay, you need loyalty in the Noble District's probably the best way to do that. Oh yeah, we're not even going to be able to get you... Well, until the Noble District is done, we're not even going to be able to get you positive, so try to crank that Noble District fast. Before they be singing Viva la Revolution. Something to the effect of that. I suppose we're on the more money train, because we've got enough loyalty here. So, 4 loyalty for a 7 less money is not bad. Okay, that's all the buildings. No regional decisions I really want to play. We've done the national ones. Let's cycle the turn, see if our landings succeed in Macedonia, and then we'll go ahead and end the part and end the stream. Yeah. Sent the small Macedonian fleet to the bottom. This is a bigger Macedonian fleet, but again, it's still a primary fleet battle, fleet versus fleet. And the Roman ships, once you've got the decision ships, are strong. To say the least. Horse gets shore. Skirmish out. Exhaust the entire enemy front line. They got a good number of dice rolls, but we've got a base of 9 from strong veteran with large support bonus. 6 support coming off the archers here, so we're gonna start just scoring kills, yeah. Okay, I see what happened. So we did manage to land the primary landing site that I wanted. That should delay those objectives disappearing. Right, we've got 3 objectives on them. The oldest one is this one. By holding this territory, this objective won't go away. And arguably for our army, the plains is probably the best place. Okay, that army is... We'll order that army to go ashore. We're not going to play too much of this turn, because looking at the time, I need to end the recording and end the stream. So yeah, we're going to sort of dig in here. We're not in too much of a rush to get either of those 2 objectives. Both of them are fortified locations, so we're mainly looking to lay siege to them. So we want to not have the place that we're coming from fall before we take the next objective. Is probably the best way to think about it. Most of Greece is fortified. There's the odd exception where they're not. No, maybe a lot of it isn't super scary fortified. It's just usually like a low wall, standard palisade wall to block the landing. And yeah, we just took a place that is providing 1 legacy point a turn, so that will score us 1 legacy point and deny them 1 legacy point. From our culture to decadence ratio, this is very bad. Lots of decadence, very little culture. Because it's only making 11 because of the penalties. Once those penalties go away, it won't be too bad. Anyway, we got more units flooding in. These guys are ready to go over. Thought I recruited you archers. Or, oh, I probably just sent the archers off to these guys. Okay. Okay, these guys are almost ready to go over. We can sort them out quickly. You're missing the heavy cav, medium cav, that's what these are. And then you are wanting medium cav. Go a lot less distance than I thought you would go. Like cav and archers. Let's recruit those locally. So we don't have to wait as long for them. Okay. No, relieve the siege and then just go running off to a different objective. That'll be a gamble, but we'll see if I remember one way or the other whether or not I was taking the gamble. But yeah, so this is probably where we're going to go ahead and end the stream. We do have the highest legacy generation. So we are winning the game. The question really comes down to is, can we win it before the end of time kicks in? I forget exactly how long the game is in turns. And yeah, we're winning. We're 68 legacy points faster than everyone else. And we're attacking the person who's the next fastest. So if we can just stop them from growing, we'll quickly stream ahead to probably win. We're getting 27 from objectives. We have 27 objectives. We have 23 from structures, so those would be monuments of various types. We have 111 from regions. So we go back to the breakdown. We have 4 regions that have 15,000 culture or more, providing 3 each. 13 with 5,000 or more, providing 2 each. And 44 with 1,000 or more, providing 1 each. Second place is Macedonia. We just actually took one of theirs. They've got 68 points coming from that. We don't know necessarily the breakdown. We'd have to go region by region. Yeah. And we have the most objectives. And we're still a glorious empire. Though, are we still in a golden age? I think we're still in a golden age. Progress and decadence. Though our progress to decadence ratio is gotten worse. And it's probably not necessarily going to get better as we fight this war. It's probably going to get worse. At least in the short run. In the long run, Greece has a lot of potential for culture. And in comparison to, say, taking over Gaul right now, it's probably quicker to fix. So it produces that culture. But it just isn't going to do it right at the beginning of taking it over. Yeah, this is... So we've gone over things. We're easily making money. We're easily making legacy. Could use a little more culture decadence. A lot of our places are getting a little bit decadent. And in some cases, that's because we're having to deal with that to deal with the loyalty problems. Like the racing track there, solved the loyalty problem, but it's like once you account for it averaging over 10 turns, it's like 15 decadence, which is a lot. Now, in this case, this province is still balancing. This is like, oh, 120 versus 44. That's 3-to-1 ratio. That's good enough. Just some of our places are... Okay, they have like half the decadence, but they have even less culture. Like 0 culture. 0 culture is not going to offset 22 decadence. Okay, so I hope you've all been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, as I think I said in the last part, likely I have already recorded the next part for you, though as I am present me recording, the next stream for this should be in 5 days, unless a run of something finishes, in which case we might drop to a 4-day cycle, then it'll be in 1 day, or it'll be in 4 days instead of 5 days. But either way, that would be in your past if you're watching this on YouTube, because this is, I think I'm recorded 7 days ahead of schedule at the moment. So, by the time you're hearing this, the next part should be recorded. So I hope you're all enjoying it. If you're watching Twitch, yeah, you just heard what the rough schedule is going to be. So I hope everyone has been enjoying. If you've got any comments, feel free to hop over to the YouTube channel and leave them in the YouTube comment section. I do respond to Twitch viewers who leave comments live, but I think if you've watched any of the previous 4 or 5 parts, at least as far as I can tell, no one is left any comments for live on this Twitch video, or the whole Twitch stream. So if for whatever reason didn't catch your comment because Twitch ate it or whatever, feel free to go over and hop it and leave it on the YouTube channel. With that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.